An origin story is supposed to be a beginning, right? So when you find out that your origin could kill you, how are you supposed to be okay? So about 4 years ago, I was 16 and I went to the doctor. It's just a normal appointment. It was supposed to be. And it was a new doctor. They'd never met me before. They didn't really know much about me. And right away they started noticing things that everybody else just said were normal or said would go away or I would grow out of. They noticed some of those things right away. Like I had some stretch marks on my back that were never going away and just different things like that. I have an indented chest that we joke about, but we also didn't know much about anyway. So there's all these things that right away she picked up on and realized that they could be symptoms of something. And we didn't even think that it could have been anything. So she tossed out some medical words that we didn't understand. And one of the things that she said was Marfan syndrome. And without really knowing much about it, we called my grandma on the way home from the doctor. She was a nurse and she was like saying all these crazy things about Marfan's, like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. I'm going to be praying. Like, just nothing she said made it any better. And keep in mind, we didn't know anything about Marfan syndrome. The internet says that Marfan syndrome is an inherited disorder that only occurs in 1 out of 5,000 people. And it affects the heart, eyes, blood vessels, and lungs. But some of the words when we're doing this research, it said things like life-threatening and potentially fatal, and all these things that were kind of scary. So the more research we did, the more afraid I was becoming. I guess I never understood how somebody could be at peace when it comes to dying. Like, what if there's still something that I have to do? If there's still somebody that I need to talk to? What if there's somebody out there that I still need to help, but I die before I get a chance to do that? What if I died before I ever got to see my passions come to life? What if I died before I was truly happy? These are the things that really started to let my fear take over. How do you embrace your fear and turn it into something good? I tried. I couldn't do it alone. I guess the only way I made it through was talking to my friends, my family. Specifically, my dad helped me a lot. He reminded me that Marfan syndrome is a mutated syndrome, and I grew up as a guy who loved to read comic books, so he quickly reminded me, hey, if you have a mutated syndrome, that makes you a mutant, so kind of like the X-Men. So at one point, it stopped becoming something I was scared of, and it was like, well, they're mutants, and I'm a mutant. Maybe it's not so bad after all. An origin story is supposed to be a beginning, right? Maybe instead of running away or ignoring what I've become, I can truly be the hero I was destined to be.